Hi all. Good morning. Okay. Actually, yesterday we saw about few of the functions which we are working, but yeah, basically we will deep dive into other functions and check for the other functions also. Okay, like how to use other functions in the SAQL and make use of it. So I'm using the same dashboard, right? So I'm using the same dashboard, but if I want to use another page in this dashboard, so how I can use that is like from here, I can add a new page, okay, something called as sales summary or details, okay, sales details or summary. Okay. So I have added this page, okay, but when I preview, I don't get anything here. So how to switch back is like you can move this page, like whatever we have created, if you wanted to reuse, only thing is you need to add to the page. You need to click on this add to the page and you need to add it to sales details. Okay. So now we got this page. Okay, but only thing we did not have is like the navigation between these two pages. Okay. So ideally, if I'm trying to navigate between these two pages, there is a like one option called navigation. You can copy this here, and once you are able to add that, okay, you will be able to navigate between both the pages. But only thing is you need to add it in both the places. Only then you will be able to navigate between both the places, both the pages. Okay. So to add it to other page, what you need to do is add to the page and click on sales summary and add it. Okay. Ideally it is added at the bottom. So what you can do, you can add to the top. So now when you preview, when you want to see sales summary or sales details, if you click on these pages, then you will be able to see both the pages. Okay. So that is how you need to navigate between both the pages. Okay. So yeah. Now in the sales details, right? Like we will add a particular chart. Okay. Particular chart or any widget and see like what are the SAQL functions which we can use in this. Okay. So normally we will use some aggregate functions here. So there are some aggregate functions which are already there. You can see just like we have some count, okay, but we don't want to use this particular data set. We will use a different data set, okay, because that particular data, if I'm using a different data set, like how we can use the different data set inside the same dashboard, okay. Previously, we are using this DTC opportunity, but what I'm trying to use is now dataset of the account records. Okay, so it means that it will consist of opportunity and account level information. Why I'm using both the data set is in the dashboard. In many situations, you will be not using only one particular data sets, right? Like you might be using multiple data sets. Okay. So these are some of the aggregate functions which are available. Sum, count, average, minimum, maximum, unique and first, last, and this one. Okay, so we will try to use few of the values. I'm taking sum of amount. Okay, and along with that, I will take the average of annual revenue. Okay, and I can take a minimum of what is the minimum amount I have. Okay, so these are all the revenue which I took already, and I can take the sum of employees, so it will provide me how much employees we have. Okay, we can take the quantity also. So I'm taking the sum of quantity as well as one more field I need. Okay, so number of employees, like how many employees we have in this particular team or a project. Okay. So here instead of taking this any other thing, I'm just wanted to take this creator date. Okay, year and quarter. Okay. So for example, we have the data for 2024-03. Okay. If I take the creator date. Like it means that we are not having much data on the created date. So let me take some close date information. Okay, so I'm taking this close date information. Okay, so changing it to the compare table for now. So you can see we have some data on previous fiscal years, like or future fiscal years, right? Which is 2023 starts with 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3 we are having for all the fiscal years. Okay. But one thing is what we need to know, like whether which data, all the data is available for only this particular dates which we have. Okay, because in our data set we have implemented only the test data, so we are able to see only this particular information which is of 2030. Okay, nothing we are having for the current month. So here you have all this information. So what you can do is like you can switch to the SAQL mode and see what happens. Okay, so now what we are taking is close date year and close date quarter, and what we are bringing is like what is the actual value for it. Okay, it means that what is the sum of amount for this. Okay, but for example, if you need to use a fill function, for example, you did not have a data for few of the information, but you need to use the fill function. So what we need to do is from here we can take fill. Okay, this is one particular function which we use. If you don't have a particular date, what happens is it will fill those values. Okay, fill q by, what I'm doing is fill q by date, date goals. It's a function. Okay, equal to date year and date quarter. We want to project that date year and date quarter. Okay, which is close date year, here, comma, close date quarter. Okay. How do you want to fill it? That is on year and quarter. So we need to provide that information, right? Which we need to provide is the year and quarter we need to provide. Okay. So yeah, this is how normally you use the fill function. I will tell you why we use this fill function. Okay, after running it. See, why we are using it is like, for example, you had the data for second month, third month, and fourth month, and if you have the data for 2032 first month, second month, third month, and fourth month, but it is not having data to display, right? What it happens is like it will fill it with null values. For example, uh, previously without this fill function, what would have happened is like you can check here. Okay, in the date function, fill plays a major role. For example, if you are running it without this fill function, right? Wherever you have the values, right? For example, you have a values here in 2034. Likewise, you have values in 2032. Only those values will be displayed for you, but not all these values will be displayed. Okay. So how I have achieved this by using the fill function with the date collars. Okay, it means that this particular function fill is used to fill the particular values and calculate the year and quarter metrics along with the measures, which is the sum of amount and the sum of revenue. Okay, based on that, it is able to provide this information for us. Okay, so like I have provided you, you are able to see this particular value with the null values, right? But one thing is I'm commenting this particular function. Okay. So let us see what happens in the output. Okay. I have commented this function here. Okay. See here, what it will happen is normally you can see all these values which have been available here. Okay, which have been available, only the values which have been already available, only those values you'll be able to see, but not all the values you'll be able to see here. Okay, so to do that, what you need to do is like you need to use this fill function. Okay, it means that it ideally fills even when there is no records also, it will be able to fill all those values. Okay? So normally in this session, you are able to see how to create an aggregate function, like suppose average and amount or first and all those things. And along with that, you are able to use the date functions for year and quarter to separate the values and able to see the results for that. Okay. So this is about the today's session, right? So you can go through it like for what to use for fill and what to use for the aggregate function and make use of it. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just updating it as a table. Okay. So because my requirement here is I wanted to show this as a table. So I can select themes as well as spacing. Okay. Fit to widget will fit to you fit to widget will fit to the particular widget. Okay. So this is how we use the fill function as well as the aggregate functions to create your SAQLs. Okay. So that's it for today's session. Thank you.